Hey everybody, Chef Bravo here with you. I want to make some cauliflower ceviche, which is a great alternative to the traditional ceviche, which uses fish, shrimp, and or both. Before we do that though, let me show you how to make flavorful oil-free tostadas. So we're going to start by taking some tortillas, and the idea here is to just rub them with a little bit of lime or lemon, okay? And we just want to wet them a little bit, just so that we can then sprinkle them with whatever spice you like. Cumin, in this case I'm using granulated garlic. You can do granulated onion. Mexican spice blend, you can do a little bit of a cayenne if you really wanted to, make them spicy. Okay, the idea is just to use the lime as glue, so to speak. And then we're going to put these in the oven, 350 degrees, right on the oven racks. You don't need to put them in a pan or anything like that. We're just going to go straight in the oven, 350 degrees. They take about 3 to 5 minutes, depending on your oven. Just going to throw them right in there. And just so you see what they look like here, I did some earlier. You see all that browning on there? That's the granulated garlic stuck to the tostadas, which gives you a flavorful, crunchy tostada without having to use salt, which is what we're trying to do. All right, so now let's get into the ceviche itself. I have my food processor here. Put on some gloves real quick. I have one large head of cauliflower, which I took the core out and cut them into little florets. This is quote unquote our fish, mockfish. So I just break it up into smaller pieces and throw it into there. You could use, this was a fairly large one. You could use 2 smaller ones. Quantity. Some people call this cauliflower rice. So, as you see here, we have some ground up cauliflower, which is going to be our base for the ceviche. All right. So now I have here my cauliflower. To this, we're going to add 1 cup of chopped tomatoes, 1 cup of shredded carrots, 1 cup diced red onions, ½ cup of chopped cilantro, ½ cup of chopped jalapeno. This is optional. You can do more, you can do less, whatever you like. Okay. So as you can see, we're sort of making a pico de gallo plus cauliflower. Okay, now here's the key ingredient, just like regular ceviche. I have here 1 cup of lime juice. I'm going to start out with half of it first. I'm going to taste real quick. Good. I have plenty of lime juice. Sometimes it takes more. I always start out with half because I don't know exactly what the acidity level is. Also because on the recipe I mentioned 1 head of cauliflower. They could be bigger or smaller sometimes. So it turned out for this much, we ended up using ½ cup of lime juice. Now ideally, you let this sit for about ½ an hour, just so that the lime juice can sort of start to cook and pickle all the ingredients. And then ½ hour from now, this will be ready. This right here is a very popular staff meal for True North Kitchen employees. My sous chef Mauricio and I do this quite often. And we do pair it with tostadas, which you're about to see. So we now have a beautiful tostada here, to which we're going to add some of this wonderful cauliflower ceviche. Now keep in mind this would ideally rest for 30 minutes. And to it, to top it off, I'm going to add some salsa, which I made earlier. So a little salsa on top of a cauliflower ceviche tostada. Hope you enjoy that. Last but not least, this is one of the very few recipes, because of the strong acidity of the lime juice, it doesn't hurt to add just a pinch of salt. I can do 95+% of my recipes without any salt. This is one of the very few that could really use just a small touch. So we don't do any salt in the tostadas, no salt in the salsa, but just a tiny little bit does help. Doesn't have to be there, but it makes it much better. So I hope you enjoy that cauliflower ceviche. Great snack, great full-on meal, and don't forget, easy 3 to 5 minute tostadas. Enjoy.